Hi, family, friends, and kindreds. How are you? You know something? I noticed this, and I'm talking to the witches right now. Have you all ever noticed that when you're doing some serious black magic rituals and chants, that you can just seriously just get sick and get ill? I've always been told that when you really feeling some physical symptoms, especially if you get ill afterwards, that your particular ritual or spell or chant has been heard by the universe and will be granted. You see what I'm saying? So this is what I've been told. If you know something differently, please let me know. I've done some black magic spells that have just actually made me so nauseous and you can look so wicked after. Oh my goodness. But they are justified. They are justified. And if I have to do another one, I definitely will. Because you know what? I like that post that you put on my Facebook page, and you know who you are, okay? I don't wait for karma because I am karma. You know, that's why the church forbids us from seeking revenge. Because, you know, they've promised the Christians that God or Jesus will forgive 77 times 7. You know, I can't get that right. I gotta go in that big, huge book, the big black book, and look through all of those pages and find out the accurate saying about it. But if I'm saying it wrong, please correct me. But I think they said 77 times 7 or something like that. Huh. They really make it seems like it's cool to be a Christian. Have you ever noticed that? Man, like it's cool to be a Christian, you know. To be in the organization of the Christians is so wonderful because, you know, if you do something wrong or something evil or if you sin, the wonderful thing about being a Christian is that God forgives 77 times 7. But if you're not a Christian, then guess what? You're not entitled to those things. It's only for Christians, you know? Man. Christians really have it so good. I mean, they just have the best of both worlds. I mean, dang, you know, you can go out on Saturday and party. Well, you can party Friday, Saturday, and go to the club and have a whole lot of fun and, you know, sleep with whoever you want to, commit adultery, commit fornication. Is it fornication? Oh, yeah, fornication. I was fixing to say fornication. You can do those things, but what's so cool about it? You can go to church Sunday in your tight red dress and you're forgiven. Man, it's cool to be a Christian, you know. But if you're not a Christian, then guess what? You're going to hell. So why not be a Christian? If you're going to be a witch, oh, that's awful. My goodness, you are a witch. Even though I'm a Christian and I'm using my Christian magic to do the same thing you're doing, you know, like committing adultery, which I'm not saying that, you know, we as witches commit adultery, but you know, guess what? If we do commit adultery, oh God, we're witches. Okay, no one's gonna forgive us 77 times 7. But if you're a Christian, guess what? You know what I'm saying? You can actually sleep with the pastor and the deacon, you know, because after all, you're only human and he's only human, you know. We fall down, but we get up. Man, Christians really have it good. My goodness, they don't have to worry about karma. They don't have to worry about the things that, you know, we as witches have to worry about. You know, harm none. That's what we have to do in witchcraft. We have to harm none. But guess what? When you're a Christian, you can do whatever you want to do because guess what? God understands how difficult it is to be a human being, to be in the flesh, because the flesh is weak. Oh my God. And it's just the way it is. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about that for a minute because, this self entitlement that they have given to all of those people who decide that they're going to go to church and, be a part of the Christian membership or whatever is just really getting on my last nerves, because it's just out of hand right now. Just listening to these Christian people, you know what I'm saying? And these are the same people who have a whole lot of negative things to say about you, like, oh, you're a voodoo lady, you going to hell. Oh my God, you a witch. They have a place for witches, burning them at the stake. Don't give me that. I cannot stand it. And it's mostly these men that are saying that. My goodness. Y'all, I'm fixing to get ready to say something. You know what? I'm gonna be doing a video pretty soon, and I'm gonna tell you what the video is about right now. And I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to, a lot of people are gonna say, hey, she's discriminating or whatever, she's prejudiced, but you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and tell you right now. Yes, I am prejudiced and I am going to discriminate because nothing I hate more than a black man. Okay. I'm telling you, I just do not like them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about my family of black men. I'm not talking about you guys. I'm talking about these bullies on the outside. I have had enough of them. These police officers. Look, I love my men here. My black men, I love you. Okay. I'm not talking about you guys. Okay. I'm talking about these black bullies here in Birmingham, Alabama. I have been bullied now for the last 2 weeks. And guess what it always is? It's a black man. And it's the dark ones. I hate them with a passion. If I could, I would destroy every last one of them. And again, I'm not talking about my men. I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about these black bullies, okay? These black bullies, these darkies on this police force, okay? I cannot stand them, okay? These Sambos. Let me just leave this alone, but I just want to talk about how vile and vicious they are. And I'm not talking about all dark black men. I'm talking about these black men with the small penises. Okay. I want to talk about that. Short statured, petite, chocolate skin men on the police force, okay? I will tell you how fed up I am with them, okay? And that's all I'm talking about right now. Okay, so I want to get this straight, and I'm not talking about anybody on YouTube because a lot of people are saying, "Are you talking about such?" No, 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 no. That's not who I'm talking about. I'm talking about these that are around me right now. I am having too much trouble with these tiny, witty bitty penis dudes. Okay, do not get angry with me because your mammy, okay, did not let you suck on your thumb, okay, and she beat your ass when you threw a temper tantrum. And that is not my problem, and I am not your mother, okay? And I need to let them know that, okay? And I'm just gonna tell you like this, and it may seem rude, nasty, ugly, and mean, but 2 police cops got killed this past Saturday, okay? 2 at one time. I think it was Friday night. Last Friday night. Yeah, one guy ran over. He was a chocolate one. and one got shot. He was a chocolate man. And I'm gonna show you my facial expression so you will know how I feel about it. Okay, but anyway, that's all I gotta say because they're bullies. They're bullies, every single last one of them that I've dealt with. Okay, they're always trying to put me in jail, and I got a problem with that. I mean, I'm just an innocent bystander, and these pit bull cops. Every time I turn around, if it's an altercation somewhere and I just happen to be in the vicinity, guess who they look at and try to come after me? They look dead at me. And I'm like, whoa, okay. It's not me. You need to go over there. It has nothing to do with me. Okay. So it's just like, oh my God. I mean, they just want to just, and I'm going to get dissect this and get to the heart of the matter. And, if you have a problem with what I have to say, then I say, just turn the video off right now because I'm going to get to the heart of this, uh, um, you know what? I don't even want to say the words because I'm gonna come up with a good, sufficient word for these petite, little, short, dark cops. It's not the tall, dark ones. It's mostly the short ones with the short man syndrome. I think that's what it's called, or the short man complex or something. Y'all look that up. I mean, hey, you can get books on that and read up a whole lot of stuff on the short man complex because I'm a tall woman and I have problems with these little petite, black, chocolate skin men on these police forces. And that's who I'm talking about right now. I mean, I am just really at a point where I can just care less what happens. You understand? I'm at the point of just, taking the law in my own hand when I get good and ready and working my magic for whatever I need. But sometimes my magic backfire and stuff. I may be going at subject A with my magic sometimes. But if I'm really and truly angry, it may just, go somewhere else. So that's why, I try to tame myself when I'm working on this thing because, after all, I am still pretty much a young witch, okay? So I do have a heart. Okay, I do have a heart, unlike these black hole energy beings. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't know what it is by the skin being dark, the penis being short, and the body, being a short stature. But it is so much anger and hostility coming from these little petite men. I'm so sorry that you did not get as tall as me because on a good day I stand about 6'2" to 6'3" and I have to look down at you and say, okay, officer, but every time I turn around, they're on the police force. Aren't you a little bit too tiny to be on the police force? How did you make the police academy like that? I don't know. Your mama may have been taller than you. I don't know if your daddy bullied you or I don't know what kind of problem you have. You understand? But you're not going to take it off on me. Okay? You're not going to take it out on me. That's the word I should be using. I'm not your mama. Okay? You and your mama need to sit down and have a talk. Y'all, I had an altercation with this cop um last weekend. Okay? I was going up to the college to do some things. Okay. I had somebody with me, and I'm going to make it a long story short. And the person that was with me went up there and was attacked by a student. Okay. And I was really upset and angry, and I almost pulled out my mace and maced this particular student. But no, I did not do it. I said that I would allow the law to do what it do, because this particular person had a cut in their face and blood was streaming down, the person that was with me. So I called the cops and the paramedics out, and this little tiny petite cop that stood about 5'1" or 5'2" came along, and immediately it proceeded to get the side of the suspect and not the victim. And it finally decided to come over to me and the person that was with me, the subject that was with me, to see what our side of the story was. And as I explained it, I was like, I cannot believe this. This person did this to this subject, and this is unbelievable. I'm not trying to hear that, is what the petite little uh alien of some sort said. I don't want to hear that. You go and get in your car. I said, okay. I'm telling you, get in your car, you going to jail. Now, here it is. The person that's with me got blood streaming down their face. And this wild animal, this Komodo dragon, is just standing there getting away with assault. Okay, third-degree assault. But they want to put me in. This little petite man wanted to put me in jail because he wanted me to go back to my car. I said, okay. It was so nice that two other cops pulled up and they were like, come on, ma'am, let's go to the car. It ain't even worth it. He's a sergeant and he's got a stick up his ass. Now, I'm just going to tell you just what they said. And you just go to the car. We're going to, we're going to evaluate your side. We're going to talk to you, whatever. And the little bitty the little child-sized cop, that probably wear a child's 5 or 6 in pants, was sitting there like this, like, finally I feel like a man, but I mean, little does he know he still got some issues he need to clear up with his mammy. And you can't clear those up with me just because you can't talk up to your mom. You know what I'm saying? You won't be able to clear them up with me. It's not going to make you feel any better because one day we shall meet, maybe in hell, and I will deal with you, okay? I tell you what, I got my root, y'all, and I had to start working it, okay? Because I wanted to make sure that the subject that was with me was not going to they weren't going to try to put this subject in jail. Anyway, what was so beautiful about the situation is the two nice cops came. They got our side of the story and say, this rules in your favor. You're going to get a report, third-degree assault. We got it. Everything worked out well. The petite cop was able to finally go home and, celebrate the fact that he finally proved that he was sort of kind of like a man. I guess that's what it made him feel like. And but I got what I needed to, and my subject got what they needed to, and in the end, the Komodo dragon. And y'all, if y'all tell me if I'm wrong, a Komodo dragon got these razor sharp nails and they're poisonous. And they have at least about 1,000 different types of funguses and bacteria. And if you get scratched by one of them, it's like equivalent to just injecting yourself with what's the name of that deadly poison? Cyanide. That's how deadly those nails are from all of those bacteria. It's killed a lot of people. So anyway, the Komodo dragon finally went to jail a couple of days ago, and I was so excited. Okay, finally, justice was served. Okay, even though it only got 8 hours in there and is out on bond, eventually it will go to court and hopefully be sentenced. So I'm not even that angry with the Komodo dragon because it's nothing but trash and it's filthy and it doesn't know any better. But this little petite cop really pissed me off. And when I worked that root, guys, ooh, that thing backfired because what I was wishing on him, it looked like it just went somewhere else and just flew off the roof. Somebody was telling me, oh, 2 cops died. I'm like, oh my God. Let me chill it on these roots. Y'all be careful with that magic because even though it just could be an isolated incident, I'm not giving myself no credit for what happened. Anything like that, But anyway, sometimes that stuff will fly off and it'll affect some other people or whatever. You could disrupt some things that, that's happening in the universe or what have you. You just never ever know what is going on when you're putting that stuff out in the universe and what the universe decides it wants to do. Maybe it decides, okay, well, there are two other guys out there that are long overdue for some karma, so we'll take them. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want any of my people to think I have any hate for them. I love my men, no matter what shade of skin you are. But I'm only really referring to these black men who have come in to poison my life and make my life miserable. I really have a problem with these guys. You know what, y'all? I got a little poison ivy look like that's popped up right here on my hand, right here, because I had to pull some of it out of the garden. I and anyway, and I'm gonna talk about that dark energy being, the little chocolate petite alien. I'll talk about that further in another video because I really want to dissect that, because you know what? You never know. You may have one around you too. And so I want to give that some justice by talking further about it. But I finally, and I'm through with that subject right now, and I'll be getting on to something else. But right now, I'm really talking about these darkies that have come into my life. These men, you know what I'm saying, with the tiny penises and stuff that have made my life miserable. I'm not talking about you all. I'm not talking about all, dark skinned black men. I'm not talking about you all. Okay, so don't think I'm talking about you. I'm not talking about anybody on YouTube. I'm talking about these dark entities that are around me, because I'm seeing that a lot of these petite, uh, um, dark skinned guys have a lot of, black energies in and around them, and a lot of, just a lot of just low down spirits within them, because they got so much hatred due to the fact that they wanted to be tall too. You know what I'm saying? And so, I seen one just look down at my feet like, you just too damn tall. No, baby, you too damn short. Okay. So I'm going to go further into that subject matter on one of my next videos. But you know what? I found out that poison ivy is getting it's getting in my yard because the fact that I keep a bird feeder on the outside and a hummingbird feeder on the outside, that when they come along and when they eat those berries, like those poison ivy berries that grow on there, and those then another thing they eat are those berry brush bushes. They eat those too. And what they do is they fly over my house or around my garden and they poop. And when they poop, then I wind up with poison ivy vines, and I wind up with berry brushes that I have to deal with. And I'm telling you, I have a ton of that stuff in my garden. I'm going to show you all some pictures. I love to allow you all to see the progress and stuff like that of the rose bushes and everything for the springtime. I love to do that for my family. And anyway, that ends this video. And y'all, Mama is not prejudiced. Mama just had to get that off her chest. And it's really directed at this police cop right here. Not the cops, but this particular cop. You know what I'm saying? And this is not the first time I've had this encounter. And when you keep having the same encounter by the same group of people, then you stop a minute and you say, hey, look, but you know what? Something is wrong, because there's a lot of these, black pit bulls going around, you know what I'm saying that they don't like black women anyway. So, it starts rubbing off. And I'm gonna protect myself by any means necessary, because I definitely will use the black arts on any pit bull that's gonna show his teeth at me and thinking he gonna take a bite out of me. I got something for you, okay? And I want to let you know that right now. And I'm putting out in the universe that any of them that have bothered me in the past, that think they're gonna bother me, will have that same fate as the others had. That's just me, you know. I deserve to come here. And have a life on this planet just like any other being on this planet. I deserve to live, you know, and not to be harassed. I don't harass people, and I shouldn't be harassed. I mean, this occurrence is getting out of hand. Okay, so anyway, that ends this video, and I'll be back in a minute to talk more on this black pit bull male. I'm going to talk a little bit more about him.